Giannis Antetokounmpo's shot chart presented by Kaiser Permanente as he went 14 of 23 from the field. Only took a single three. 4 of 11 from the free throw line, by the way. But Smitty, we talked in our pregame about how the Bucks offense seems to flow better when he's at the tail end of half-court possessions as opposed to the beginning of half-court possessions.
Yeah, he does, Matt. And I think for the Milwaukee Bucks, it gives everybody else some rhythm. But when you get a chance to watch him, he has found out now his skill set is keep getting better and better. As you can see right now, gets the basketball right on time to Pat Connaughton. I mean, if he takes one more dribble, it's a tougher shot. One dribble kicks it right to him. Nice job, and especially you have shooters out there. But what I love right here, him rolling, it's hard because he's one of those guys, the higher you throw it, the higher he'll go get it. And I think DeAndre Ayton is put in a bad situation. One more time right now, this is what I love, Isiah. Just get it to him down on the block, and he's worked on a couple moves. He got the one-legged Dirk. He hasn't worked on a lot of back to the basket, and then he knocked this one down, man. We both said, didn't like it, but it's going in. But watch P.J. Tucker. Run, P.J. Never mind. Go get it, Giannis. Giannis got out and went got that one. He's a freak of nature. Obviously, he's called the Greek freak. With that much speed, that much length, and that much athleticism, it's hard to stop Giannis.
When all that Giannis and all that offense works a whole lot better when guys around him are making shots, which was the case tonight, including a bunch of corner threes that the Suns gave up. Milwaukee was 6 of 9 on below the break, basically corner threes tonight.
Yeah, Matt, he's a willing passer, you know, as we see. So he penetrates and then he kicks. And not only does he penetrate and kick, Smitty, but the thing that I think that all of us are really impressed with is not only his perseverance, but his determination. I mean, his will to win is really showing up throughout these playoffs. I mean, you can even go back to the Brooklyn series. Then you look at what he's doing now in the NBA Finals. I mean, his will, his perseverance, his intensity, his determination is really showing up, and it's showing up in a big way.
And I think it's easy to miss that because of his polite demeanor, because he's nice with people and he's good with the media, but he really is a competitor, and you can see it if you watch him play. He's all in.
Nice. He's not too nice on the floor.
Ultimate competitor.
Yeah.
And then when he loses and he has failures, the thing that you also love about him too is that he's willing to say, I got to get better. I got to do this. I've never seen him throw his teammates under the bus. Even when he's hurt or injured or didn't play well, he's always saying, I need to get better. And he struggled at the foul line. We see his struggles at the foul line. But, Smitty, he's not shying away from the foul line.
No.
We've seen a lot of players who struggle at the foul line, and then they shy away from the foul line. They want no parts of it. But his competitiveness, he gets fouled. He's going to the line 8 to 11 times a night, and he's saying, I'm gonna try to will my way in there to get a point or two. So, I admire him for what he's doing.
All right, Game 6 is coming up on Tuesday night. I don't know how much this game resets the series because of the incredible shot making, really from both teams in the third quarter, but from the Bucks in particular. The two teams hit 27 of 49 from three-point range, but Milwaukee just hasn't shot the ball like this throughout the series. If you're Phoenix, you hear all the time you don't want to overreact to this sort of thing, but what kind of adjustments do they have to make to what they saw from Milwaukee?
I think, Matt, you said it best. Let's start off with shooting. Game 4, they shot 50% and they lost. Tonight in Game 5, they shoot 54%, 61 from 3, and 90 from the line.
Yeah.
And they lose.
Yeah.
So shooting, I don't think is their problem. I think right now is they got to find a way to get some stops. Got to, I think, limit the easy, fast break points. Even though they didn't have a lot of turnovers, the Milwaukee Bucks is running points in the paint. They try to go zone. I think Milwaukee had a game plan for that. They had a couple plays where they got some easy buckets. I think for them is they just going to keep it close and try to find a way to rebound the basketball, do a better job inside the paint, but they're lacking a lot of size versus the Milwaukee Bucks in the paint.
Smitty, I agree with you. And I think, Phoenix will go on the road, and I do think that they can win Game 6 in Milwaukee. I think they'll be more intent in terms of executing their game plan. I don't think they'll make as many turnovers. And I do think they'll shoot the ball well in Milwaukee. So I wouldn't be surprised if Phoenix goes to Milwaukee and win a game. I do think both these teams are good enough to win one game in each other's building.
It's been an awfully good series so far between these two teams. And The Bucks now have the upper hand. They'll head back to Milwaukee and try to close out their first title in a half century.